Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of Ace of Diamond Episode 2, entitled Partner. Alright, there's 4 episodes already, and I really need to catch up on these reviews. So, this episode of Ace of Diamond was really fucking good, and it reminded me why Production IG is my favorite Japanese anime studio, okay, or Japanese animation studio. Alright, because they can do emotion better than any studio I have ever fucking watched anime from. And this episode is no fucking different. I didn't think they could make me care about an anime about fucking baseball, okay? And the characters provided in it, but they did, and I guess that's just fucking Production IG for you. Alright, so basically this episode, the pacing was perfect as well. I mean, like, a lot happened in this episode, and it didn't really seem like it, basically. It was just perfectly paced. You know, it was paced to where I don't know how they do it. Like, it seems like it goes by really fast, but they still get a lot accomplished. It just proves that, you don't need to spend a shit ton of time in one fucking scene to establish it. Alright? You can spend just a few minutes in certain scenes. Some scenes you need to drag out longer, but certain scenes you can spend just a little bit of time in, like a couple minutes or maybe a little bit more, and still accomplish a lot if it's written right, if the dialogue's right, and if everything else in it's right. Alright, so that's another thing this episode did perfectly. Alright. It basically, Ijun is that his name? Don't remember. Alright, so I'll just call him that for now. Ijun is in Tokyo at the school there. Alright. Ijun, right. Basically, the baseball school that he went to visit there, and he's playing against their, like, all-star pitcher. And one thing that I didn't really get in this episode was that the, guy behind the pitcher, I forget what they call that person, I have not played baseball in years, but that guy actually comes up after a while to talk to Ijun, and apparently they formed some sort of friendship, like, that guy really wants to be friends and partners with Ijun, which, that's the part I didn't really get too much, because I don't really know what led him to that. I mean, maybe it was his spirit or something, but I don't think that was, actually, I do think that they said that, but, I don't know, I just wish there was a bit more of a reason than that, you know. That's really my only major problem with this episode. And also the animation in places was basically just still images, although there were areas too where it was really good, so the animation was a bit inconsistent in this episode, I guess was my problem with it. Alright. So yeah, but anyways, he ends up basically showing up the pitcher, and then he heads back, alright, and he's still at first not really thinking about going to the school because he wants to continue playing baseball with his friends. Alright, and he never even mentions the ultimate offer to them because he doesn't want their reaction. He's afraid of what their reaction might be. But at the end of the episode, he does decide to go, and right as the train door's closing, one of his friends does say that they do actually want to continue to play baseball with him, which kind of puts him in tears there because, because that was 6 months later, and they didn't say anything within that 6 months because they knew that he would probably turn it down afterwards, I'm guessing. So they decided to wait for one of them to say it till that very moment right there when the train door is about to shut 6 months later. So yeah. But at the end of this episode, 6 months later, he does end up going to heading off to the new school. So yeah, and as you could imagine, because of, he didn't want to leave at first because, he didn't want to see what his friends would think, but he also wanted to play with him himself. And then the very end right there, you can imagine the drama in here, and Production IG does drama perfectly. The only studio I've ever seen that I recall that could get even close to Production IG's level of perfect drama would be Madhouse Studios. Alright. But anyways, though, that pretty much sums up the episode. It was really fucking good. Like I said before, that one partnership between Lee Jun and that one other guy at that new school, as well as the inconsistent, not bad, but inconsistent animation in this episode, and kind of were really my only two problems with it. Alright, other than that, I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely setting up for something great. And like I said at the beginning of this review, I didn't think that anyone could make me care about an anime about baseball and the characters provided, but I do. And it's not that I don't like baseball. I love baseball, even though I suck at it. I love playing it, but it's a fucking anime about baseball. I didn't think that could work, and because of this, I may be inclined to check out other baseball anime sometime in the future. But yeah. Anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.